All right, Cassidy, you look so happy right now. You look.
I'm celebrating right now, man. You see, I got the bottles. We out here, we doing it big, man. I'm out here in LA, Cali. They love me out here. I think I might get a crib out here. I love it out here, but I'm having fun, man. I just 3-0'd that nigga Dizaster, killed him, did him like how I said I would. So I'm not letting the people down that counted on me, and I'm making the people real mad that doubted me. So I'm happy. I'm real happy.
Now, before the battle, a lot of people were hoping, that you would win, but most people said realistically Dizaster's going to get it because this is Dizaster's playground and you haven't been doing it in a while. Now, I know you've heard this before, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I definitely heard that, and that's why I'm so happy, because even though I took 12 years off, if you see the footage or you was in there to actually witness it, it don't look like it. It looked like I battle every day. It didn't even look like I lost a step. Now, yesterday when I was on the stage, I was just getting the cobwebs off me. I was just starting to warm up. But it was already off me on the stage, so the day I came in like a grizzly, like the old cast that niggas remember. So I felt good, man. I felt good doing it. And it made me feel like how I used to feel when I used to battle, because that's when I used to love hip-hop the most. When I got into making music and all that, I started to love it because it was bringing money, but I really love it from cooking niggas, from seeing niggas' response in the crowd, from impressing niggas with my wordplay, and that's what I love the most. So it made me feel real good, and that's why I'm celebrating.
One of the things in that battle that stood out was the Dizaster imitation. Like how did you put that together, and how did that idea come together?
Well, I watched a couple of Dizaster battles, and I seen nobody never did it. And certain people might have did a line or two, like maybe trying to, but they couldn't really get it like how I did it. So I figured if I imitated him and showed people that what he do is not that crazy, it just might sound like it's crazy. And if I do it, I could do it even better. I just choose not to go down that lane, then it'll make the battle even doper. So that's what I did.
What was the whole issue with the calling of the time? Because it seemed like both sides were calling time on each other, which kind of took away from the battle.
Yeah, I didn't understand that either. I mean, some of my homies was calling time because they wanted it to be fair, because they was calling time on me. So it's like, if y'all gonna call time on me, then we want to call time on y'all. But in the contract, it said 3 to 5 minutes, the first 2 rounds, and the last round was unlimited. So that's what I planned for, 3 to 5 minutes, the first 2 rounds, last round unlimited. And while I'm rapping, they calling time. But they know I was cooking they homies, so they trying to call time and lighten up the pressure that I was putting on that dude, so I kind of understand it. But they let the people miss out on a lot of other shit that I had to say, because at the last round, I was just getting started and they called time, so y'all ain't get to see everything I had to bring to the dude, but that make people anticipate what I'm going to do to the next nigga they put in the ring with me.
Okay, so speaking of that, now are you already making plans to do this again, or is this going to be another 12-year gap between your next battle?
Nah, because the battle, well, not just all the battle leagues, but battling period is getting way bigger. More people is interested, so the opportunities is way bigger. So people offering a lot more money, and that's what it make me be able to dedicate my time into doing it. So the people that I'm connected with and the investors I got and the people that I'm connected to, they spending a lot of money, so they gonna spend a lot more money to get me back in the ring. So I'm pretty sure y'all see me in the ring again before the 12-year stretch that I took before. Because before it wasn't big enough and people couldn't spend the type of money that I needed. But now it's getting bigger and bigger, so people got, larger purse to bring to the table to get me in the ring.
I mean, last time you and I talked, when you first announced the battle, you said you didn't care who you're going to battle as long as they bring the money up, you battle anybody.
I remember when I told you I turned down, I don't know if I told you I turned down the 40 or the 100. I think it was the 40. And you was asking people like, though, you think Cash should have turned down the 40? And while people like, nah, man, why he should have took that. But then when people heard the number that I got for this battle, they like, oh, he's a genius. They ain't understand it. So if I would have jumped on the 40, I would have never been able to get this amount of money. So it's all a business. I move smart and strategically. So I did the right move that I needed to do. Of course, I wanted to help the culture. And of course, I got love for the culture. But, when the chicken is involved, it's a business, so you got to make the right moves.
So if you could, last time you said you don't care who you're going to battle just as long as the money's right. Now, if you could pick someone to battle with the money right, who would it be?
I'm never gonna say that. There's so many niggas that could get their head bit off as long as they bring the chicken to the table. I don't got no beef with none of these rappers, no battle rappers or no industry niggas. I'm not beefing with anybody. So it's not like I got no real problems with a nigga and just want to battle him. As long as a nigga bring the chicken to the table that I want, I'm ready to step in the ring. As long as there's not nobody that's real close to me like Chubby Jag or, people in my squad. But if there's any outsiders, then we could get it popping.